Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with Gina. We're gonna do a special Thursday episode today because I need to make up for last weekend, so let's go ahead and go. Rise from the Ashes, Day 2, Trial Former. Alright. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis! Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their clients. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mai, but there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Who? Great. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. That's freaking great. We got a defendant that's admitting to it and doesn't want us to believe her. Very little evidence. And I'll be all alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright! I'll be with you the whole way! You better be. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court number 9. Okay. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. God, why do we have to keep remembering this? I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Ew. Alright. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before! The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar! It's so tasty it hurts! I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name! Profession! Now! Me? The name is like Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished inning. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Well, what? Miss Star was a detective? Ah! I know who you are! Cough up! Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Oh, goody. We get to have the witness explain the fucking thing. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor office personnel. Okay. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes! The crime took place by the car in the back of A block in the trunk of the car. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Okay. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and the arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Okay, so now we get the floor plans. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor loser are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hopes they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Alright, so now we get the testimony. Let me move the speakers a little more in and point them towards me. There we go. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Okay. Then, through a wired fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Alright. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching! As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So how does that feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright! Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay. I wonder. Hold it! Hold it! Alright, I thought maybe my new Windows might be able to run it, but it's not. Press. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted, given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Huh. This boyfriend! He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applications. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Note to self, Judge had to think before replying. I would probably have to think before replying too. She's... The security guard room is in a lot at A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything. That would be the sign with the security sign. Yeah. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by the car? Since I am a visitor now, I parked in Block B. So she was in Block B when she witnessed the crime. Hold it! By Garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife which the victim was stabbed with was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is! And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have proof, and we can always complain. Witness! In your testimony you stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo!